Hi guys, welcome to Disabilities Unseen, a podcast where Jenny
and Anthony
and Bella
will be talking about all the different types of disabilities.
Alright guys, so what kind of disabilities do you guys talk about?
I talked about physical disabilities.
Oh, I talked about the hearing impaired people.
Okay. And I've talked about people with ataxia, which is basically physical disabilities. So
What is that exactly though?
ataxia, it's where people have you're either born with it or it's like a traumatic brain injury. Well, specifically in the area of your cerebellum. And it messes up with your correlation of like how you correlate with your muscles and your movements. So you need therapy on walking and picking up.
How many people have that?
How many?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that there's like a specific number of like people who actually have it, but there's a good majority of people who do have it, since people are starting non-profit organizations trying to
bring awareness.
Bring awareness and bring in more funds in their therapy and their education to feel better about themselves, since they have been excluded throughout history. What about you guys?
I did deaf people. I mainly chose this because my sister is actually deaf in one ear. Not like she's not fully deaf, but she's like deaf in one ear. Mainly every person with disabilities has been excluded for history.
Yeah, from Miss B.
Yeah,
she would talk about if you had a mental disorder or something,
you'd be called a witch.
That you're a witch or that you're cursed, and they would kill you for that. It's crazy.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, they got too extreme to the point where they would torture them with fire.
They would torture them, and then people could just pay to see them being tortured. But it's even if you had depression or anxiety, something you can't control.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they would just torture you.
Yeah. And what about you, Jenny? What was your disability?
I talk mainly about physical disabilities, mainly after incidents, because I also talked about it because of a family member, my uncle. He had an accident which made him physically disabled. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't talk. He can't eat by himself. He can't walk. He basically paralyzed. But now he's getting better and he's able to sound out words and stuff. The therapy that you mentioned. He's also
he's taking physical therapy.
Yeah, he's also taking that so he could basically restarting his whole life, learning how to say words. How was your group excluded?
My group. So I saw a TikTok video about a little girl in a wheelchair in her classroom, and the kids were they were, I don't know, I think they were going in circles, holding hands, walking in circles, in a long circle.
And was she a part of this?
And she was excluded. She was just sitting in her wheelchair, looking at them while the teacher was having fun with the rest of the kids, and that seems, it's pretty messed up. If I were to experience that, that would be gut-wrenching. Yeah. And I guess that's a good way, a good example to show that there's still excluded groups out there.
Yeah.
And in this time of history, even though there's a lot of organizations and a lot of awareness throughout social media, there is still a lot of excluded groups that haven't been seen or haven't been recorded. And, it's always good to talk about and show throughout social media. I feel like that's another thing. Social media is also good to spread awareness. Without social media,
because it has been showing
it's all over the world, so everybody sees. Yeah, I read about somewhere that it was some physically disabled people, they don't really go to places because it's not accessible to them. If they're in a wheelchair or something and there's no accessibility for them, then they would rather not even go to that place because there's no way for them to be able to go places and stuff that aren't
wheels.
That just proves
my group has been excluded. Me personally, I make fun of my sister sometimes. It's mainly during when siblings fight and then they start saying kind of mean things to each other.
It's dark humor.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll say I'll ask are you deaf? Wait, I forgot
Damn.
Yeah, or like I'll say something and then she'll be like, huh? And I said, oh, I forgot you can't hear me. Oh well, or something like that. Yeah, it's not nice, but I've even asked her like how it made her feel, and then she's like, it doesn't affect me. I think it's kind of funny. And I said, okay. Sometimes I feel bad about it, but like it's mainly in the heat of the moment. Like I don't do it on purpose.
It just comes.
Yeah, it just comes out. I don't think anyone has like told her about it at her school, like mentioned anything, because I don't think barely anyone knows. Cause like I forget about it, cause since it's just 1 ear. She used to wear hearing aid. Doesn't like wearing it anymore.
Yeah, I have a little cousin from Mexico. He has a deaf problem as well. I think it was both or 1 ear. Yeah, he has a hearing aid as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'll talk to him, he's like, huh? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that also, like, I've also, like, excluded the group, too, because it's, like, you know, like how Seraphine was saying. She said that I had to, like, talk to my uncle to get more information and stuff, and then I was like, how am I supposed to ask him? Like, he can't talk, or, you know, like, he can't do anything.
I mean, that's not excluding, that's more like,
but technically it kind of is, yeah, because I'm just, you know, like,
can he communicate? Is like there's a way that he can communicate?
Yeah, I figured, like, in my essay I had wrote that I had asked him, because he doesn't live around here.
Yeah.
So he's I called my grandma because she's with him, and I was just like asking him if he could blink, like, to say yes, like code kind of. Like I was like, if you blink 2 times to say yes, and then like 4 times to say no and stuff, when I was asking him questions.
You know what that sign language? Do you guys know anything about sign language?
I want to learn sign language so bad.
I don't think I could like do sign
language. I
language.
don't want to learn.
Like, have you? It's like people make jokes about sign language towards like you know, the gangs.
Oh yeah, I've seen people make jokes with sign language.
Oh, because of the
or like in videos.
All right, so another thing about like excluded groups is like I could also relate with my identity, like since I'm like, I guess, a first gen Mexican, and also from Guatemala. You know, like they have like the people will see them as like, will see us as like a lower class in like the education community, cause like people like first gens are like excluded from like higher end schools because, you know, like you're immigrants or like you come from an immigrant family.
Oh, so you're saying that you're like a part of that, like being a minority group.
Yeah, like you know, like it's just like how the other
that you understand how they feel because you're also like
it's like how the government is like throwing more funds to like private schools, and
they do throw money to public schools, but it's mainly in like
as much.
No. It's just we don't notice it. It's because we're in a city where it's mainly minority. So if you ever go to a school where it's mainly like white, or their school has a lot of money. I don't know if you've ever been to like schools, but when I go to band competitions, their schools are built like colleges. Like I see like 3 pools, like everything. The schools are built like straight up colleges. And it's crazy to me. And they have, like, so much fun.
Yeah, and that leaves them with more opportunities.
Yeah.
Right? So I'd say, like, a community based on, like, class and income. I feel like the low-income people are, like, excluded. So that includes me and I'm sure all of us.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's one thing about being excluded is the income, which isn't really fair.
But, yeah, that also ties into what you said, like,
people with disabilities who are excluded
and who are low income too.
Disability people with low income who are excluded. That they have it worse. I
mean, yeah, we're low income and stuff, but it's like they're also low income and have disabilities, and then it's worse for them since.
And the bills they have with like.
Yeah, when they have to like pay bills for maybe like pills, like maybe if like a kid has autism, they have to pay pills for that. Yeah, they take pills for autism. Some do, if it's like major.
And it's inhumane if, you know, they don't give them the right to, I guess, with their low income and disability. It's actually inhumane if, you know, they just let them be how they are and just forget about them and focus on people who actually have the money for it.
Yeah. I think more facilities with stairs should have ramps or elevators.
Yes.
A lot of facilities, I think this school... No, this school has an elevator for the 2nd floor. For the internationals.
Is it like... Do they have to ask for like a key or something to be able
Yeah, they have to ask for a key.
Well, that's kind of...
And they have to be with someone. Because you can't just go into the elevator. You can't just go into the elevator. I know my elementary school, we had an elevator. And, like, you didn't need a key for that. You just can go up and down.
I feel like
that's kind of, like, waste of time, too. Like, having to go ask for a key just to go up.
Yeah, I know it's a waste of time. I think it's mainly a thing because the elevator's outside. So they don't want, like, people jumping the fence and getting inside the elevator.
Yeah, that is true. People do take advantage of, like, the accessibility they have. Like, for an example, with the ramps, they skateboard, they, like, trash the area.
Yeah. Yeah, skateboarding on the ramps is, like,
Yeah, and they ruin it for them. But I feel like they should have, like, a better, like, with the key, I feel like they should have a key, like, their
like, their own key, maybe.
Yeah, like the person who's, like, helping them and guarding them.
Yeah, that too.
Why not just give access? Why keys?
Because
people take advantage.
No, because maybe like after school, when the school is closed, people can, because you know we live in like an area where like people are always getting into places they're not supposed to be getting into, so maybe their thought process was someone might get into the school and go into the elevator and like just stay in there, you know.
I mean
still, but it's the purpose of,
yeah,
it seems like a punishment to people who are disabled just to deter other people who are also oppressed. It's like, oh, well, you don't get access to all this stuff because we don't want the homeless coming in here and sleeping in your stuff. So now we're going to lock everything.
That's kind of messed up too.
Oh, yeah.
For like myself, I have ADHD. Well, actually I have ADD, but like ADD is when you have, when your mind just like can't focus. Like your mind is always wandering.
Like a low attention span?
Yeah, you have a really bad attention span. I have that. But I don't have
attention deficit.
Yeah, I don't have hyper. My brother, I don't think my brother has hyper. But like after I started telling people that, like in elementary school, people like started like dumbing things down for me. Even though like I'm like a smart kid, they'll like talk slowly. Like they'll randomly like they'll talk slowly, or they're like, "Oh, do you understand that?"
So like, you would be minoritized.
Yeah, I would be like
oppressed.
Yeah, I would be treated like, she's disabled, so like.
Oh yeah, that brought me another thing that connects with me during when I was here as a freshman. I had trouble understanding this one class. It was math class, algebra 1. And this one teacher, I'm not going to say her name, but I have complained to her. I told her, like, I'm having trouble understanding this. I can't comprehend what you're telling me. And, like, I'm just having issues. Like, I need you to slow down and, like, at least, you know, because we're having a test tomorrow. And it's about what we're doing right now. And with that, I was like, can you help me out? And because I'm like having trouble and I'm not understanding, and I'm like low-key noob, because in 8th grade, like after the pandemic, I was like, my mind was like messed up since we weren't really in school.
Yeah.
And I guess it caused me to like not comprehend as fast as like others. And then I was like, this is one core memory where I asked her like I'm like, I can't do the test. I can't do it. I need your help right now. And I see that you're helping others. Can you please help me, like, understand, like, these 2 math equations? And she was like, no, I know you have it in you. I know you can do it. You got this. You're a strong person. You got this. And then she moved on to the other people, and she was literally helping them with, like, their math equation and, like, solving them and how to, like, solve X, Y, B and all that stuff. And I looked, and I was like, okay. I just put my head down, and I just, like, felt left out. And I was like, and I got I think it was a D+ on the test. And I was like, yeah, like, I really needed the help. But she just moved on to others. And I guess she was, like, having fun talking to others, where she was, like, laughing, like, oh, yeah, girl, like this. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, that's, yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that we're, like, I feel like people get excluded. Even without having a disability, you know, exclusion is like something that, you know, when people feel excluded from a topic, like in school, you know, they just don't care about the topic.
Yeah.
They don't prioritize it. They just put their head down or try to find like a game to play on their computer or just to doze off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when I noticed, like, when kids don't feel wanted in a class, like, they just don't put any effort. And then it leads, like, the teacher to believe, oh, this person is just lazy and stuff like that. When, like, in reality, the kid is, like, not lazy. They're just
they don't get it.
Or either they don't get it or they just don't feel included into the lesson.
Yeah, and that's another thing about like the protest where they want smaller classrooms.
Yeah,
so I think that like
smaller
pitches
classrooms
in.
really good.
Yeah, because
really
that class, Algebra 1, it was packed. Like,
yeah.
It was filled with students. There was like 5 different kinds of like student groups where like they all like had like friend groups. And she was like just jumping here and there, and like I was in the middle where like I knew nobody except for like some peers, and I was like, hello.
Yeah. And if you like think about it, like it's only like minority schools that are packed to the brim with kids.
Yeah, so I feel like with like people who are disabled, and if you exclude, I feel like it all comes down to like environment and public health, and like making sure that they have accessibility with like ways to enter a building, or to feel like they're meant to be in that space where they want to be, you know, because everybody has like a desire and like who they want to be in the future. And I feel like if they have like the idea that, okay, so if I want to be like a police officer, I have these tools ready for me for when I do become one. And I feel like that's something that will like actually really help people with disabilities conquer their fears of like speaking out and showing that, you know, they actually matter without having the fear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's our talk about disabilities and how we should include them, and how people with disabilities like tied to other people who are oppressed in other groups. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.